And that's it. We are live. Thank you all for being here. Got a few people in the chat. Had a couple of abusive messages in the chat already. So that guy got deleted. But Tortoise Whisperer, how are you doing? Why would you shout at a tortoise? Why would you whisper to a tortoise? Why would you even talk to a tortoise? But still, communication with all your pets and lizards and amphibians is all welcome. How are you, everybody? Is Anthony Evans here in the house? I hope so. He's supposed to be. Where am I, James? I'll tell you where I'm at. I'm at home. It's a beautiful day here in Southern California. Busy day, busy week, busy life, actually, these days. What's going on, Rob? Yes, Mikey B. Hope you're well, buddy. Lara Lath O'Rourke says, hello, greetings from Spain. Big up, Spain. What's up? Saw you on Ariel's show today. Yeah, I was just on it. I was just on Ariel Hawani's show just a few minutes ago. I had my quick food, and now here I am. I'm my chicken sausage, my bacon, my eggs, and I'm good to go. I had a good workout this morning. Very, very busy man, though. Friday. What's up, Anthony? NG, Anthony. Good day, mate. What's happening, Aaron, bro? Anyway, Friday, I leave for England. I have this film coming out, Bisping documentary. It's a very, very, very self-serving name. I know it was called Built for This, but the producers and the studios said, no, we want to call it Bisping. We think it's a much better name. And I was like, all right, well, we'll go with that then, I guess. But so Bisping comes out video on demand. So iTunes, Amazon Prime, all that stuff, wherever you download stuff like that, that's where you can find it. It gets released on Monday. So I fly to England on Friday with my wife, Rebecca. So it's going to be nice. Get a nice little break away from the family, from the kids. A few days in London, Manchester, lots of PR. Then we've got UFC London next weekend. So very, very excited for that one. So yeah, lots going on. Lots going on indeed. So keep an eye out for the film. Download it. Check it out. Let's have a look at some of these questions. Yes, sir. I needed this rough day. Let's chat it up. What's on your mind, Jake? What's going on? What's up with you? Is that you, Mike? Yes, Mohammed. It is me. What should we talk about, Ant? Should we put a poll up? What should we start with? UFC 272 at the weekend? Do you want to hear about that? Do you want to hear my thoughts? What was the main event? Oh, Colby versus Mas Vidal. Yeah. Good night at the office for Colby. Bad night for Mas Vidal. That's the way it goes. Mas Vidal was unprepared for the wrestling. I saw Stephen A. Smith coming out this week and said, how can he not be so ready for the wrestling? Or I can't do a Stephen A. Smith. But Stephen A. Smith knows not what it's like to be in there with a top wrestler, obviously. It doesn't matter. I mean, of course, Colby Masvidal went into that one doing a lot of wrestling. I'll guarantee it. They know each other. They knew each other. They were best friends. They lived with one another. Colby knew that he could out-wrestle him. Masvidal knew that Colby could out-wrestle him. So you do a lot of preparation. But sometimes if the guy's just a better wrestler, he's just a better wrestler. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. Got to work on getting back to your feet. But still, anyway, there we go. So what's next for Jorge Masvidal? Anthony Evans, are you there? I don't think you're there. Digital Rascal says you should have called it One Eye. Oh, the documentary? One Eye. I did suggest, I said it should have called it One Eye on the Prize or something like that. That would have been a nice little play on words, but they went with Bisping. Let's have a look at the chat. How's your day, everyone? Greetings from Leeds. Leeds, Tales from the Octagon. We're coming to Leeds. So the CMC or Titty. Tight CMC. We'll go with that. Yeah, we're coming to Leeds, buddy. Tales from the Octagon. As you probably know, I did a tour in England last year, Tales from the Octagon, kind of talking about my life, my fight career, the ups and downs, the highs and lows, and lots of funny stuff in between, lots of funny anecdotes. So I'm coming back for round 2. I didn't want to do it, but due to public demand, really, a lot of people wanted me to do it again. So we are coming. myticket.co.uk, going to mainland Europe as well, Sweden, Amsterdam, Copenhagen, some other places, also Australia and New Zealand. So myticket.co.uk if you're in Europe, and livenation.com.au if you are down under. Can we get the tours from the Octagon T? Yes, you can. You can buy these. I'm not sure what the website is, though, so I apologize. Michael, huge fan of your entire career. Resilience and believe in yourself is something I took from watching you. So thank you. My question is, do you see Jalen Turner as a future contender? And my answer to that is, Matthew, yes, I do. Jalen Turner fought on the undercard of UFC 272 at the weekend. Jalen Turner used to be one of my main training partners. When I fought Anderson Silva and when I fought Luke Rockhold the second time, he was my main training partner. He's very tall. He's 6'3", very, very skilled kickboxer, excellent reflexes. So yeah, I trained with him a lot, and I do see him as a future contender. Four stoppages in a row now. 4 wins, 4 stoppages in a row. Guy is going to do very, very big things. Bob Lobb says, hello, Ma. Are there any channels on YouTube that you yourself watch and are subscribed to? Also, do you reckon your good pal Vin Diesel could get you in the next Fast and Furious film? Well, Vin Diesel's in this film with me, and he says some beautiful words. So thank you very much to Vin Diesel. I actually auditioned for one of the latest Fast and Furious, but didn't get the part. Didn't get it. I'm like, I thought we were buddies, Vin. What's going on? But no, that's not how it works. But he got me in Triple X. Can't stick me in every fucking movie that he does, can he? You know what I'm saying? But do I reckon? Oh, what was the question? What do I subscribe to? I'll tell you one that I really like, one that I really enjoy. The Critical Drinker. He just does like reviews of movies. He's very funny. He has a good way with words. Scottish accent. I like listening to him. Critical Drinker. Check that one out. Michael Rojko says, hey, Mike, what do you think of Shea Verbush? She should be cut or restricted or permanently removed. What do I think of Shea Verbush? Shea Verbush, she's smooth, man. She's smooth in there, you know. Shea Verbush, you know, she used to, sometimes though she can get a little gritty. She can have a little sandpaper texture to her. So when you shave her bush, it gets all nice and smooth. But still, good one, Michael, you prick. Who wins, you or Dominic Cruz at 170 pounds? Be honest. We know Dominic Cruz subbed you in the first round. When does Dominic Cruz sub anyone his own size in the first round? He doesn't. I'm sure he has, but not lately. When have I ever been submitted in the first round? It's never happened. So why would a 135er? I mean, come on, bro. Why would a 135er sub me in the first round? Number one, Dominic Cruz, if he got to 170, would not be a pretty sight. He wouldn't be doing that little skippy thing that he does. He just wouldn't, because he'd be too fat. He'd be skipping like this and fat would be going everywhere. I'll knock Dominic Cruz out. Come on, mate. Are you serious? Love Dom, by the way. What a guy he is. Oh, Mr. I'm late to the party. Anthony Evans finally shows up with his with the first poll of the day. Who wins at 170 pounds? Skinny Mike, Fat Dom. Yeah, that's right. Get your votes in, pricks. But still, no, love Dom. He's great. Love working with him. He's a little shit at times. Wagwan, Mikey B. Wagwan, right at you. Have you heard of the Russian fighter Crotch like me off? I don't get it. I know you're trying to crotch like me off. Crotch like me off. Crotch like me off. I haven't heard of him. Is he any good? Helwani was just talking about this. When I did the Helwani show a minute ago, he was saying, Mike, why do you always get trolled? You always get caught. And I'm like, it's funny. You know, and to be honest, when I start reading it, I don't know where it's going to go until I've read it. So there we go. All right. How's the neck today? Well, thank you, Dean. I appreciate that. The neck, it's sore, man. It's very sore. That's as far as I can tip it to that side. That's as far as I can turn my neck there. That side's a little better. It's bad. It's bad, you know, but I've just kind of resigned myself to it. It is what it is. You know, you see the scar there where they did a surgery last year. And I got to do it again. I don't want to do it again. And I might not do it again. Maybe I won't. I don't know. But yeah, it is what it is. I'll live with it. I do have to take a lot of ibuprofen. I do take a lot of things like that to try and, you know, dull the pain. I could do some more stretching as well, but I lift weights as well, so that probably doesn't help. But I do like to work out. I don't want to be a fat bastard. But still, thanks for asking, mate. Mike, will letting your kids be martial artists. Well, they are martial artists. Lucas does a lot of jiu-jitsu. He does wrestling and he does kickboxing. And Callum does jiu-jitsu and wrestling, and I've taken him on the pads over the years as well. Mythical fighter, Fat Dom. Yeah, Yeah. What do we think? Who should be next for Colby Covington? And put a poll up. Who should be next for Colby Covington? Should it be Dustin Poirier? Should it be Kamaru Usman? Or should it be two other people in the top 10? I think it should be two other people in the top 10. I'm not a fan of Colby going down or Poirier coming up and fighting Colby. Simply because we know Dustin's a 155er that did fight at 145. So he would be undersized as a 170 pounder. It would be an interesting fight. And I would certainly pay to watch it. I would. I'm a fan of the fight. But I just think that for Colby being the number 2 welterweight on the roster, he needs to fight somebody of the top 10 talent. Minha Akil says, Mikey B, do you think Wilma Digfit has a future in the UFC? Wilma Dickfit. I see a presence for her or him. Wilma Dickfit. You're a prick. Nice one though. I like it. Good one. Lawley's Imagination says, why are those Sambo guys so good at locking up the ankles during takedowns? Well, Sambo, combat Sambo, it's a lot. And those guys start when they're very young. Like they start when they're absolute babies. So that's why they get so good at it, And they're a son of a bitch. They're a pain in the ass. But still, Tito says, Islam said after he wins the belt, he will move up to 170 and fight Colby. Who do you think wins that match? Oof. It's tough. Let's talk about Islam Makhachev for a moment. How good was he? Who did he just beat? Bobby Green. He was unbelievable there. He did try to step up against Rafael Dos Anjos. I'm not sure what's going on there. Dana and Dos Anjos, and Makhachev don't seem to be agreeing on what happened there. But I do believe Islam Makhachev will be the champion one day. I do believe that. I know Conor McGregor is probably going to get, 65% of the people think that Colby should fight Dustin Poirier next. Are you out of your minds? Nate Diaz, and that's a bad choice. Gilbert Burns is fighting Hamzat Chimaev. Dustin Poirier, Usman 7%. No. Listen, and I seem to be getting a lot of shit off Colby fanboys. A lot of people seem to think that I don't like Colby and I'm against Colby for some reason. That is not the case at all. I like Colby a lot. I sat down with him for BT Sport and I found myself having a new level of respect for him. I just don't think he should be fighting a 155er. And I certainly don't think he gets a third shot at Usman so quickly. Fuck me. This is Uriah Faber territory. I used to call him Uriah Faber because he was always getting title fights. When you lose a title fight, you got to build back up to it. He beat Tyron Woodley. He got another shot. Well, he's got to have 2 or 3 more fights. Dustin Poirier would be a fun fight. I wouldn't be upset. I wouldn't be upset at any of them. I don't get upset over shit like that, but come on. Why are those Sambos guys so good? We did that one. So Makhachev. Yeah, I think Makhachev's going to be the champ one day. What do we think? And put a poll up. Do we think he's going to be the champ one day? Let's go down the bottom. Mike, what's your fave TV series? Have I seen Banshee? I haven't seen Banshee. I did audition for Banshee a long time ago. It's kind of like, it's a spin-off, isn't it? To what's that other one? All the witches and vampires and stuff. Meg! Oh, she's not there. She likes it. What's it called? HBO, Witches, Vampires. What's it called, that show? HBO, Witches and Vampires. Used to like it. That show. True Blood. Yeah, Banshee's a spin-off. Come and join us in a little bit, babe. Yeah, I'll give you 20 minutes or so. Yeah, True Blood. Yeah. I auditioned for Banshee, but never got the part. That's the way it is with auditions. I did a few auditions this week. I did an audition last week. Did one last night. A lot of rejection. It is what it is. That's the way it goes. You can't take it personally. Maybe they don't want a fat one-eyed bastard, I'm like, fair enough. You don't want a fat one-eyed bastard. I get it. I don't think I would either. Yeah, Banshee. No, I'm not. What is people's favorite TV show? Growing up, what did I like? Minder. Anyone like Minder? Anyone seen Minder TV show? I know the Americans won't. The Americans will not know Minder. I still love a bit of Minder. Have you ever been to Bradford, Michael? I haven't, Hamza, actually. I'm not too far away from Bradford, where I'm from, but yeah, never made it. Yes or no, is Islam a future champ? Come on. He's a future champ. Would I want to see Kevin Holland and Sean Strickland fight? That comes from Jacob Bonds. Yes, I would. Of course. The problem is that Kevin Holland is now a welterweight. So that fight's not going to happen for quite some time. Well, might never happen. Might never happen. Probably won't ever happen. 84% of you think Hamzat's going to be a future champ. Paul, who thinks Bisping looks like a young Sean Bean? He's not a bad-looking guy. I don't mind that one. Is Bryce Mitchell one way from a title fight? No, he's not, James. I'll tell you why. Bryce Mitchell's doing an incredible thing. He's undefeated in the UFC. I think he's 15-1 now. And what a performance against Edson Barboza. Just looked incredible. But at 145, we've got a few stars up at the top. We've got Brian Ortega, Volkanovski, Max Holloway, Korean Zombie. There's a few others that I'm missing. I still think he needs one or a couple more wins. One's not going to be enough. I would like to see him in there with like maybe I'd be interested to see him against Volkanovski, though. I would. It'd be very, very interesting to see if he can take him down. If he could take Volkanovski down, of course, I mean, I'd see him winning that fight. But can he do that? That is the battle. Hi, Mike. Did you hear about Marshall Rogan Inu, SMRI, cryptocurrency? If so, what are your thoughts? I hate my job. I'll do a different job then if you hate it. Yeah, there's a lot of fighters are just want to shout out Marshall Rogan Inu. They're obviously some kind of cryptocurrency company, and they're not using isn't the right word, but they're facilitating their company and getting advertising for their company by giving some fighters some cash in return for being shouted out on the microphone. And that's great. Good for them. I'm happy for the fighters. I'm happy for them. I hope it all works out. I don't know much about the company, but fair play to them. I mean, we've always done that. As fighters, we often get said, hey, listen, we're going to sponsor you. Back in the early days before Reebok, we would get sponsored by whoever. And they'd always say, and if you can give us a shout out on the microphone, there's an extra little drink for you there as well. Obviously, now they can't wear any merchandise, but they can speak on the microphone if they win the fight and they get a chance to do that. So yeah, there you go. Do I not like Colby Covington? No, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of his. I am. Why do people think that? Listen, I know me and Colby went back and forth on Fox Sports years ago after he beat Rafael dos Anjos. But that was just, it's just like a work thing. He came on being himself, being that heel that he likes to play, and I reciprocated the energy. It's nothing personal. I have nothing against him whatsoever. In fact, I'm a fan of what he brings to the table. I mean, that press conference against Kamaru Usman was sensational, and I was thoroughly entertained. And he's a great fighter. He backs it up in the octagon as well. So, yeah, I'm a fan. Did you hear about Marshall? Yeah, we just did that one. How did I enjoy doing the pay-per-view broadcast? I mean, yeah, it's great. I mean, it doesn't get any better than doing the pay-per-views. They are the biggest ones. So it's fantastic. The level of fights, titles on the line, not at the weekend, obviously, but when I did it with DC, Izzy and Whitaker, calling a pay-per-view is fantastic. They're the highest profile fights. So it's a pleasure to be a part of it. What else have we got? You're my favorite UFC fighter ever. So much dedication. You won the belt with one eye. Nobody got a patch on the count. I haven't got an eye patch. I should get an eye patch. I should. And I know a lot of you think I should wear a monocle. Hi, Mr. Bisping. What do we think of Stephen A. Smith's criticism of Mas Vidal's performance? In my humble opinion, MMA is not his forte. Well, it's not. MMA is not Stephen A. Smith's forte. I'm not sure what Stephen A. Smith's forte is, but it's not MMA. And that's okay. It doesn't matter. He is a big personality in sports generally. And the reason is that ESPN use, for want of a better word, Stephen A. Smith is because he is so recognizable to all the general sports fans, a lot of, football, baseball, basketball, you name it. So by bringing him over and him working on the fights, that's going to maybe attract some of the regular sports guys, the non-MMA fans. He gets them over. And he has hot takes. That's what he does. He's well known for doing that. Maybe he doesn't know the technical ins and outs, but he knows what he's looking at as a fan, and he relays that across to the casual fan. Now, I don't think he's accurate in his criticism of Masvidal. Colby's a fucking awesome wrestler, and they're a pain in the ass to deal with. Simple as that. I guarantee Stephen A. Smith probably sees him get out wrestled and thinks that he didn't prepare for that. Sometimes you can prepare as much as you want and you're still not going to get the job done. Colby was too much. He was too strong. He was too good. He was too technical. His gas tank was too much. And the wrestling ability was too much. So, he just had Mas Vidal's number, and on that night, I don't think there's an approach where Mas Vidal could have won. In fact, there is. Mas Vidal kept backing up against the fence. That's what you can't do against a wrestler. You've got to be out in the open. He's got to use his feet and dance around, but he kept backing up against the octagon. On that same night earlier, we had Yan Xiaonan fighting Marina Rodriguez. The circular movement from Yan Xiaonan was amazing. That's what Mas Vidal needed. If he employed some of that, it could have been different. But I'm not here to shit on Mas Vidal. I'm not here to shit on anyone, contrary to popular belief. Anywho, and in the poll, 82% thinks that we have Makhachev as a future champ. I mean, come on, of course we do. What do we think about Conor McGregor? What do we think? And put a poll up. Conor McGregor coming back, fighting for the belt. Does he deserve to fight for the belt? I don't think he does. I don't think he does, but I understand why the UFC would do that. It is a business. And if you wanted to justify it, if you wanted to justify Conor fighting for the belt, here's how you would do it. You would say, well, he lost to Dustin Poirier. Dustin Poirier just fought for the belt. That means Conor's next in line. Boom. There you go. It's a little bit of a stretch, but if you wanted to say that to a casual fan, you could probably get away with it. Now, does he win? I think McGregor has an incredibly tough time getting through anyone in the top 5. Islam Makhachev? No. Beneil Dariush? No. Dan Hooker? No. Justin Gaethje? No. But styles make fights in MMA. And I got flamed for saying this on Joe Rogan's podcast last week. I said, Conor could knock him out. And he could. Of course, it's MMA. Anything can happen. I didn't mean Conor will knock him out. That's not what I said. I said, there's a possibility he could knock him out. And there is a possibility. Conor can hit. Conor's always been able to hit. Yeah, he's a little diminished these days, but he can still punch. And they say the power's the last thing to go. Charles Oliveira does take hits. He does get hit. He doesn't have the best head movement, but he's shown that he's really tough and he's extremely hard to finish these days. So I wouldn't hold my breath in that happening, but it could happen. So that's what I was saying. And that's what I just said. Hi, Mike. What is the biggest keys to success in life? Oh, my God. Oh, that's a hard question. Biggest keys to success in life. Wow. Biggest keys to success. I mean, well, you can't expect other people to make your life easy. It's down to you. It's only down to you. You've got to get out of bed. You got to grind. You got to work. You got to look for opportunities. If you find an opportunity, you got to make that work for you. You got to go for it. You got to believe in yourself as well. You got to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody else is, and you can never give up, never give up. I was saying this the other day. Once you quit on yourself, once you give up on yourself as a fighter, as a businessman, as a whatever it is, if you give up on yourself, why should anyone else still believe in you? So, I mean, I'm not really that guy. I'm not really a life coach. You know what I mean? And then life coaches. What do we think of life coaches? Anyone that calls themselves a life coach can go fuck themselves. Let's have a look. Should Conor get a title fight? A massive 73% come out and say no. And I agree. But Dana said there's a good possibility of that happening. And there is. There's a good possibility of that happens. And I know our pets' heads are going to fall off when that does happen. But just prepare yourself mentally, boys and girls, because it's going to happen. Could you beat Dylan Dennis with one arm behind your back? Because I'd bet the house you could. You're one of the best pound-for-pound fighters of all time. I don't know if I'm one of the best pound-for-pound fighters of all time. But I do pride myself on my fighting ability. So I am decent, but that's a bit of a stretch probably if you ask me. And to answer your question, yes, I could. Yes, I could. Conceive, believe, achieve, and you'll be a top bloke, kids. Yeah, you do got to conceive it. You do have to believe it. And then you do have to go out there and achieve it. It's just that Rocco was going off the deep end that day, wasn't he? So I made fun of him. But that's what I did. I conceived, I believed, and achieved. Because conceived, I was at work and I was like, how am I going to turn my life around? What can I do? And I was like, I can fight. I can fight. I can make a living doing this. Ooh. So I conceived that idea. And then I put a plan into place and I went for it. So I believed it. And of course, we all know I motherfucking achieved it. But that's the hard part. That not the achieving. The conceiving is one bit, and then getting off your ass and doing the hard work. That's the next bit. That's the hardest part. You know what I mean? Hey, champ, how's the better Bisping Callum's knee doing? Also loved your pod with Rogan. Thank you. Did you check out things with to help your neck? I didn't. No. So good news on Callum's knee, actually. I said, should we see if we can get anyone want to see Callum Bisping join the chat? Do you want to get Callum on here? And put a poll up. Should we get Callum on? He won't come. He's probably too nervous. I'll text him right now. But we had great news on Callum's knee because Callum, come here. You're requested on live. I bet he won't come. I bet he won't come. No, so Callum, I thought he blew out his ACL, and two doctors that saw him said, we think you've blown out your ACL. So we were very concerned. He was majorly depressed. And then to try and cheer him up, I said, I'd get him a new car. That was stupid because now his knee's fucking fine because he got the MRI. There's a partial tear of the ACL. But it's okay. 6 weeks, he'll be okay. 6 weeks, got to take it easy. He had some PRP, platelet-rich plasma yesterday, so he's in pain from that. But yeah, he'll be good. Callum, come here, bring a chair. Callum, there's a poll of thousands of people.
Not ready.
You look good. Yeah, do you want to see him with his shirt off, everyone?
I don't want to be seen with my shirt.
Well, get a shirt on and come here. We're live. We've got thousands of people. Come on, don't let him down. We did a poll. 74% of people just get here for a minute. He's saying he's got things to do. Get here. Come on. Be a sissy. What was I talking about? Yeah, so 6 weeks he'll be good. But thank you for asking very much. I appreciate that. Let me see. Hey, Mike, have I squashed my beef with Chael? And would you consider a collab podcast with him? Never had a beef with Chael. I don't know where that's come from. Never had a beef with Chael Sonnen in my life. Yeah, we fought one another, but there's no beef. Certainly, when was that? We fought 10 years ago. 10 years ago, Chael's actually came on my podcast, and I would collab with him and do a podcast. I know he's a busy man. I'm a busy man. I do my own podcast, Believe You Me, with Anthony Smith, which is blowing up like crazy. So make sure you subscribe and ring the bell to that one. But yeah, no, I love Chael. I love everything about him. He's a great guy. He was a great fighter. He's a great entertainer, and he's got a great mind for the sport. So yeah, what do we think? Do you think Callum's going to come back? What a little shit. What a little shit. You're taking everything to work for, motherfucker. Luke Rockhold, when Michael uses the phrase conceive, believe, achieve. Nothing is worse than an impatient wrestler than a BJJ expert. Even Colby and Usman got choked out. What are your thoughts on Hamzat versus Burns matchup? Good question. What are my thoughts on Hamzat Chimaev? So if you saw my podcast with Anthony Smith on Monday, you probably heard my story about Hamzat and Darren Till. And I just told it again on Ariel Hawani, so I won't do it again. But they almost killed me in a car Friday night. They definitely took a few years off my life because I was absolutely goddamn terrified. Hamzat is a mental driver. Darren Till is just as bad. And they have little respect for human life in the back of a car. My God. But they're in Vegas. Darren Till went over to train with Hamzat in Sweden with the guys from Block Acid. And Hamzat's doing his camp in Las Vegas. Darren Till's come with him. They're renting a house there and they're staying there for 2 months. And Darren is training with him every step of the way. Darren said, Hamzat's inspired me, seeing how hard he works and just how he gets after it. And it'll be good for Darren because Hamzat's a tremendous wrestler as well. So no doubt he'll help him in that regard. Now, thoughts on Hamzat versus Gilbert Burns. The reason I said all that is because I'm privy now to people from Block Acid that are there. They're seeing the training and they say, wow, this guy is a beast. He said, you have no idea how hard he trains, how ridiculous his conditioning is, how great his wrestling is. And of course, his stand-up matches the wrestling as well. We've seen him 4 times in the octagon. He's had 4 finishes and they've all been very quick. So you might try and formulate something. Oh, well, it's just fluke so far. It's not, because 4 times in the octagon, he's only been punched once. And from what we hear, his conditioning is through the roof. And for those reasons, I mean, Gilbert Burns is incredible as well. Gilbert's got great BJJ. He can hit hard, solid guy. Love Gilbert Burns. But Gilbert better bring his A game, because it's going to be a tough one for everybody involved. Come on, Carl. So, yeah, there you go. Who do you think should get the next shot against Israel Adesanya? He's already beaten a great part of the division, some of them twice. Yeah, I agree. And for that reason, dude, man, it's got to be Jared Cannonier. He hasn't fought Jared Cannonier. Jared Cannonier's on a good win streak. He just beat Derek Brunson in an impressive fight, stopped him in the second round. And he's fresh meat. He's fresh meat for Adesanya. And it'd be an interesting stylistic matchup. So all day, every day, I say Jared Cannonier. Dustin is calling out Nate Diaz at 170. Bilal versus Luke in April. Chimaev Burns is booked. Sean Brady hasn't earned a shot at Colby. The Dustin fight makes sense. All right, Charles Barkley. My God. Does it make sense, though? Does it? Does it really? The number 2 welterweight on the planet to fight a 155er? And you said Dustin is calling out Nate Diaz at 170. I'm a massive fan of Dustin Poirier. And I don't dislike Colby. I'm a big fan of the guy. I'm a fan. Trust me. I'm a fan. Fuck it. Do it then. Dustin Poirier, Colby Covington. I actually couldn't care less. It's a fun fight. It's a great fight. I'd like to see it. So there you go. You convinced me. I've got a pounding headache, man. Oh, dear. Mike, when was the last interaction with Dan Henderson besides your second fight? Keep it up, champ. Oh, I don't really want to talk about Dan, because it's not good. I saw Dan Henderson around a few UFC fights because he cornered some guys. And we weren't pally, but I'd see him, I'd give him a fist bump and stuff like that. And then when I was commentating on Fight Island 2 years ago, he was tweeting about me and talking shit. So that's that. Dead to me. Fist bump to my face, talk shit on social media like a wimp. You know what I mean? We don't do that, do we? Izzy versus Usman, or Izzy versus Jared Cannonier. Izzy versus Usman coming in at 61%. Well, interesting. And I agree. I think I'd rather see that as well. I know we talked about this in one of the lives recently, so I don't want to go over it too much. But they're from Nigeria. So what? Americans fight Americans all the time. Brazilians fight Brazilians. You know, that's just how it goes. They're at the top of the food chain. They're both from Nigeria. That's great. It's going to put Nigeria on the map. It's going to inspire a lot of Nigerians. They're both going to make a ton of money. And we find out who's the best. I like it. I'm going to text Callum again. Come on, wimp. Come on, wimp. Should we get Rebecca on? She'll come. She's dying for a bit of publicity. She's dying for a little bit of FaceTime. Top content as usual. Do you think John Jones will ever be back? Well, thank you, Lee Horton. I do. He's got to come back. John Jones is the greatest of all time. John Jones is also an absolute goddamn nightmare before he will start. I know this. And he's failed many a test. But the body of work that he's had is unbelievable. I think he's still only 34. I might be wrong, but he's around that, 34 years old. He's got to come back.
You get 5 minutes to stay.
Oh, go get a chair. Big Calpol kid, Callum Bisping, making his debut on a live. This will be interesting. Oh, my God, I'm kind of nervous. John Jones will be back. Hey, Mike, how do you think a fight between Mousasi and Adesanya would go? It'll be a tough fight. Tough fight for both men. Mousasi is an incredible fighter. I was kind of deviled. I didn't get to fight him when he was in the UFC. We were matched when he fought. When I fought Anderson Silva originally. Slide over a little bit.
I don't want to get that close to you, unfortunately.
Right, come over. There we go. The Bisping boys are in the house.
Oh, yeah.
Right, so this is the microphone.
Is it a microphone?
That's what you're talking
Oh,
to.
sorry. Broadcast experience. I didn't realize.
Yeah.
You talk into it. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you do. See, can you have a bit of respect for your father?
Sorry.
You know, just, Just a little bit of
into the mic.
Well, yeah, a little bit. Rebecca doesn't know how to do that. She, who's better looking? Ant put a poll up.
Well, this is me pre-shower, pre-anything. This is him, tip-top shape, hair gel and all that.
Oh, whoa. So, Callum, people...
Where do we see the chats, by the way? Just right there, yeah?
Right there. And some questions, no doubt, will come up.
Okay.
What do you think about a matchup between Clay Guida and Donald Cerrone?
I feel like that's not competitive, right? I feel like Donald Cerrone is just... Well, they're different weight classes, aren't they?
They are different.
Clay Guida's a 145er.
Yeah, that is correct. They are different weight classes, so that's never going to happen. Callum, a lot of people, and just try and talk a little slower.
Right.
I'm not nagging. I'm just trying to help you. A lot of people were asking about your knee, because I did mention that when you went to regionals, you blew your knee out potentially. But how is it now?
Yeah, so I think on Joe Rogan you mentioned that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we got the results, just partially torn ACL and a partially torn LCL. So just about 6 weeks of no competition, no training, and then I should be good to go. So
and how relieved are you for that?
Super. I mean, I was prepared to be out for 6 or 9 months, just having surgery, doing nothing, and painkillers and whatnot. So
Bob Lobb says your dad said he'd smash you in a real fight.
What do I look, by the way? I don't know what do I look?
That's the camera right there. But look, Bob Lobb says your dad says he'd smash you in a real fight. What do you say to that, Callum?
Bob Lobb. Well, he has no real knees.
Oh,
just kick the knee.
Kick the knee.
Just fall down.
I mean, that's a low blow.
Yeah, but a real fight, I don't want to get hit.
Yeah, but left up Larry's going to come out of retirement, bro.
World famous knee tap.
Oh, he can't take me down. He can't take me down. Well, he's a wrestler.
That's all I know. I'm just a meathead.
But, best takedown in the game is a left hook, right, Cal?
There we go.
Yeah.
Beauty. Three eyes, 3 ACLs.
Who would you be more scared of in a dodgy bar? Big Cal, look at the size of him.
I mean, look at the size of me.
The old fella.
Look at the arm definition compared. He might be bigger, but
give me a flex
the definition.
Give me a flex off, bro. I mean, it's
about the same, but he has about 40 years of lifting experience. So,
oh, bro,
you rationalize that in. He also doesn't squat.
I don't squat. I have no knees.
Before that,
I don't care. Right? All these people. Oh, I talk about this. I talk about that. I fucking lift weights. Shut up. So what? I'm not trying to sound tough. I'm not trying to sound hard. I couldn't care less. I do me, and that's that. I don't try to overcompensate for anything. I'm not trying to inspire everyone and let them know that, oh, yeah, this is how you
What special diets are we on today?
Okay, shut up, you pricks. All right, what else have we got?
Questions?
Clay Guida used to be a featherweight. His last fight against Leonardo dos Santos wasn't lightweight. You're really going on.
Did he beat? I think he beat Leonardo Santos.
Mr. Bisping, that shirt of yours was sick. Is sick. Were you a fan of Tales from the Crypt, the TV show? I don't actually, but that was the inspiration for this shirt. I forget the website where you
can
get
people buy this online right now?
They can buy this.
Where can they buy it?
I don't know the website. Man. I'm terrible. myticket.co.uk for the tour. livenation.com.au for the tour down under. But that's it.
Someone said I have a mum's hairline. I've never been so insulted in my life.
Oh my God.
We'll say I'm balding already.
You are kind of balding. I mean, Callum, that hairline. How old are you? You're 20 years old.
I'm 20. Good job.
Stop messing. You're gonna go bald faster.
Sorry.
I mean, hold on.
It's not good.
Look at that.
It's not good. It's really good.
What is going on?
Oh, I know.
Why is it doing that?
I got your crappy genetics, don't I?
What do you mean? My genetics are just fine.
Yeah, some other stuff.
You look,
not as big.
You know, the milkman. His hairline was
the milkman. Yeah. Mum knows the milkman.
Does we don't get milkmen in America
for whatever reason?
Why not?
I don't know why.
Ants, put a poll up. Do we have milkmen in America? Do you know what milkmen are, Mike? Will you tell?
Or should we have a milkman?
Or should we have a milk? Mike, will you tell my buddy Nick and Sean to grow a beard and shave his mustache like Hamzat so he doesn't suck so bad at grappling? Nick, grow a beard. Use the word smash every 2 seconds.
Smash everybody.
Smash everybody.
Make that your personality.
All right, Callum, I get asked this question and I'll be quiet and let you talk for a moment. Stop. Teeing it up for the people at home.
Tee it up, baby.
I get asked this question all the time. Today it comes from Tito Perez. And literally all the time people say, is Callum or are my children going to fight? First of all, just be honest.
So it's a good question because I don't know the answer. Obviously, I'm focusing on wrestling right now, and I believe I have 3 or 4 more years to go in that sport, get a college degree. By that age, I'll be around 24, 25. So cross that bridge when we get there. You know, I'm focusing on one sport right now. There's no need to focus on another. Achieve what I can in wrestling, and then, you know, based upon that, how my body feels, if I want to, depending on schooling, then
but
go from there. I mean, I love competing, you know, so
Yeah.
that'll be fun. You know what I mean?
But is it something that you think you'd want to do
I think I would. I think I would.
as a career?
Well, that's the big question. I don't know. I mean, that's what I mean when I say depending on how schooling goes, depending on, you know, job opportunities there. You know what I mean? But I enjoy competing and whatnot, so we'll see.
Cal should be getting the next title shot against, or Cal should be getting the next title shot against Adesanya. He'll glide to an easy 50-45 on the scorecard. Do you think you could take Israel?
I don't want to fight Adesanya due to just his gay antics.
Callum, don't say that. We're on live. Ant, what are you doing?
Oh.
Don't say shit like that.
Sorry.
Do not say stuff like that. You've thrown me off. Could you take Izzy down?
I don't think so.
Could you take Izzy down?
The cage defense is too strong.
Yes. Hold on. What do you think about Gamebred versus Wonderboy 5 rounds? Well, I think that they've already fought.
UFC 217, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wonderboy won. Okay, it was 3 rounds, not 5. Both strikers coming off losses. Yeah, I mean, listen, they could have another fight. I think the first one was pretty interesting. Yeah.
But I remember from the first one, it was just Wonderboy just teeing off on him. So
yeah. Do we know what a milkman is? Yes, 68%. No, 18%. Prison lingo, 15%. Good one. Good one, Ann. Good one, Ann. Good one, Ann. This is the best live stream ever. Love seeing Cal rip his dad. Do we want Callum to give an embarrassing story about me?
I don't know if I have any.
Oh, I don't know.
I do, but I don't know what I can say.
I mean, you could say, I don't know. There's lots.
You asked me to say one. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
What's an embarrassing story about me you can say?
I mean, an embarrassing story about you. I mean, there's a lot.
Go ahead.
But that's the problem, isn't it?
The most embarrassing one.
Well, Callum, it was not embarrassing. They just popped into my head. We were in the kitchen recently. Well, I said recently. It was about 2 years ago.
I have no clue where this is
We've got
going.
some new chairs out there, and one of them's got a giant chip out of it. We were in the kitchen. It was a Saturday morning. And
it's about 5 years ago, actually. Not 2.
Whatever. Yeah. And then we were making a coffee or something, and he just goes.
I collapsed. I didn't make that face. I collapsed though.
You did. You did.
What was it
you just fainted, and then he smacked his head right on the corner of the chair. But he's got a hard head because he smashed a piece of the chair.
Yeah, there's still a dent in it over there. And I woke up, and I feel like this is a common thing when you go unconscious. You need to rationalize it in your head because I was like, oh, I just slipped.
I'm like, you didn't slip.
Yeah.
You fainted. I don't know why you fainted. Anyway, let's have a look. Mr. Bisping, if Conor stayed at 145, do you think he could beat all the best featherweights of all time?
Being the best featherweight of all time.
I remember him tearing through the competition. Callum, what do you think if he stayed at 145?
I feel like the weight cut would have got more detrimental over time, right? He was already sucking himself so much to make 145. I feel like as he grew older, you know, that cut. I don't think he could have sustained being at 145.
Yeah.
Much longer, to be honest.
I think making 155 is going to be a real challenge for him, looking at how much he's bulked up.
Yeah.
Of course, muscle mass is easy to get rid of if you do a tremendous amount of cardio, but he has bulked up. And I think that's mainly because his legs, obviously snapped a leg, and he wants to be working out. He wants to be in the gym. So he's just done a ton of upper body weights. Yeah. You know, he's been like me, smashing the bis and tris.
Me as well. No legs.
You know, no wonder you lose your wrestling matches, Cal.
Yeah,
besides the outcome, was the biggest difference the sticks.
What's the biggest
that sticks between you two at UFC? Besides the outcome, fuck Henderson. He's a bell end.
I met Dan Henderson once. He was a bit of a dick. I'm not gonna lie.
Was it? Did he know who you were?
Well, I think I was with you. Or you had.
Well, so he definitely knew.
He definitely knew, and I shook his hand, and I was like, "Really nice to meet you." I was really respectful. He just went, "Ooh."
Well, he's a kid. That was actually a very elegant.
I was trying to be nice. Obviously, I'm not the biggest Dan Henderson fan.
That's all right.
I was shaking his hand. I'll be respectful.
Just careful. Don't touch this wire because it seems to be very temperamental. Just don't touch the wire. Okay. No, but that was an elaborate sentence for Dan Henderson. When he says, in his mind, that's like, oh, hi, nice to meet you.
Well, that's hug, so it's 3 letters. Usually it's
It's a lot.
Which is 2.
It's a lot for him. How annoyed at you that Callum has an Australian accent. By the way, your Northern Irish one isn't that bad. See you at Tales from the Octagon in Belfast, I'm assuming. Yeah, that's right. So I'll see you at Belfast, so I will, right? Because Tales from the Octagon's coming to Ireland, then it's coming to Dublin. I can't do a dabbling accent, but he does not have.
I don't have an Australian accent at all.
He does not have an Australian accent at all in
no.
the slightest. Do your American, Cal. Just talk.
That's not how it works.
He talks American.
Talk to me like you're from San Francisco, and I might turn it on. You know what I mean?
I can't do that. I can't.
Was that the accent?
No, I was gonna from San Francisco. I was gonna do an Asian accent, but these days you can't do that because for some reason it seems like you're racist.
We don't need that.
Which is not. If you're from Glasgow, you can talk in a Scottish accent all day, mate. Right?
It's a bit different.
Good eye, mate. If you're from Australia, it's no problem doing that. But if you do an accent,
so hypothetically, what would you have said if you were going to impersonate an Asian accent?
I will see. You just don't know. You just don't. This. I don't want to go down this path.
What does the chat think
about this? But Callum, Ant put a poll up. Ant put a poll up. Callum, do an Australian accent for us.
Good day, mate.
Oh, good day, mate.
That's not just me talking normally.
It's Mick Dundee from Australia. You're the first guy.
Shiz Akhmedov. Thank you.
Oh, this is Shiz Akhmedov. You're the first guy I used my super chat with and love your work. Thank you, Shiz. Jorge still landed a beautiful shot on Colby. Correct. And rocked him, even though Jorge was very tired from takedowns. Like his name, Gamebred, he has that dog in him. He does. Mas Vidal's a dangerous guy. Mas Vidal's a real fighter. Mas Vidal will take on anybody. Doesn't mean he's going to win. Doesn't mean he's going to win. And he's an absolute dog. And he was dangerous in that round. But
he was. I feel like by the fifth, though, that's when he completely ran out of energy. You know, he just kind of got rode out for 5 minutes.
But well, fifth round, it's hard. And especially when you're fighting off takedowns.
For sure. I want to say that in the fifth round, Colby did an amazing job of staying on top. Like, as a wrestler, it was basically wrestling rides, which we don't see in MMA. So that was really interesting to watch. So that's cool.
That was actually very good wrestling analysis. Give us some more.
It was more just a top position. He was a lot of, what do you call it? Just grabbing the ankles, chopping, tight waisting, spiral rides, stuff like that. Get the legs in.
I love a good spiral ride.
Yeah,
I do.
Oh, he knows it.
I do know. Spiral rides work.
They do. They grab the wrist from them too.
That's one of my favorite setups.
Dude, tilt it up.
Tilt it, milt it. Callum. Yes. Callum does speak in an American accent though all the time.
Not right now though.
No, but he does when he's with his friends. He's like, hey man, what's up? How's it going?
Dead ass, you a head ass.
And I'm like stop it. Stop it. Callum loves anime. What's your best anime show?
Death Note is a classic.
Death Note.
My Hero Academia is decent.
My Hero Academia. You put a poll upon. Should I be ashamed that Callum is obsessed with anime? Or
maybe I just like these Japanese cartoons for the plot.
You like it because there's a little bit of sexy time in there.
Yeah. Who doesn't love a little
bit of cartoon porn?
Yeah, I know you do.
Cartoon porn?
Speaking of which, NordVPN. If you're in a country like Dubai, you can watch these Japanese cartoons with a VPN where it would normally be blocked.
What are you doing? No, IPVanish.com.
IPVanish.com.
No, man. Do not take this upon yourself. Okay.
I thought that was a sponsor.
IPVanish.com. But it doesn't matter. They're not sponsoring this video, so it doesn't matter. Just shut up. Please leave the business bits to me. Mr. Business Degree. Mr. Master's Degree.
Business marketing right now.
Oh, my God. You're not marketing this to anybody. With MMA and boxing crossover becoming more popular, do you think Francis Ngannou will be a good contest for Tyson Fury? No, I don't.
Nope.
What do you think of Callum's talk about emotions? What do you want to hear Callum talk about? All right, Callum, and you've got to live up to this.
I feel like a performing monkey, but what do we want to know?
Well, that is what we're doing. We are performing.
Got to give the content.
Got to get that content.
Embarrassed.
What do you want to hear Callum talk about? Emotions, watching dad fight. Ever embarrassed by dad's smack talk?
I'm embarrassed. I'm upset that Japanese cartoons are so low.
Nobody's interested in Japanese cartoons, Carl.
Embarrassed?
Ever embarrassed? So when I was promoting a fight, any of my antics, really like, no, Dad.
I mean, there's no reason for me to be embarrassed. I wasn't the one being hit with the smack talk. If anything, the kids at school would be like, your dad is so funny. And they're like, why can't you be more like your dad?
You be more like me?
Yeah. Like, your dad's so funny. What's wrong with you?
You're funny.
Yeah, but different types.
No. But what he means is there any times where you saw me like promoting a fight and you were like, oh, God, Dad, that's a bit
I mean, of course.
Well, yeah, exactly. Explain.
I don't know what I can say without offending you.
You will not offend me. You will not.
I vividly remember the press conference with GSP. I was thinking, why is he being so mean to GSP? GSP's so nice.
Yeah, but GSP's my opponent, so until the fat lady sings, he can kiss my ass.
So it was a bit much. You know?
Oh, thanks. Are you intoxicated?
Classic.
Classic. How likely would it be for Callum to be a regular on lives? He knows about MMA, likes anime, he's well spoken. I'm interested in anime, just FYI. And that's Raul
That's all
Singh.
you need, really.
Raul Singh comes on here.
Me and
a
Raul,
lot.
we're gonna watch all the anime together.
Tell him about what is it about anime that you like?
I'm not the biggest. Well, I kind of got off it, if I'm honest.
Oh, wow.
A lot of it, my girlfriend got me into it because she watched a lot of it, and it wasn't like the common, One Piece and all that. It's more
Okay.
emotional shows.
How annoyed are you that Callum? Where did that go? How annoyed? All right. You might agree or disagree. I know one MMA fighter who can rid Jake Paul in boxing, Kamaru Usman.
How sure are we?
I would destroy Jake Paul in a boxing match. That's a fact.
That wasn't the question.
He said, I know one fighter. I'm just saying no.
What do we think of Kamaru Usman's chances?
Probably very good. Probably very good. But I would destroy him. And I'd beat Kamaru Usman as well.
Do you believe Kamaru Usman's the better striker than Tyron Woodley?
Now I do, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, now I do. Has peer pressure on this chat ruined Callum's love of Japanese cartoons?
You should feel bad about it. I can't enjoy what I want to enjoy.
Exactly. Exactly. Jesus, Cal. So college in San Francisco, how is that?
It's great. We just got back in person. We were online for about 2 years. So classes back in person, just going good. Practices every day. That's fun,
Yo, Death Note swag. Does that mean anything to you?
It's a good show. I mentioned it.
Oh, you did? Okay. How likely will it be for Cal to be a regular? We told where
are the questions?
Where'd the poll go?
What?
Give us one anecdote about the Colby interview when cameras weren't rolling.
I'm curious too, yeah.
And it wasn't really like that because we were set up with the cameras and everything, all ready to go, the lights, etc. And these fighters, they're on a lot of schedules. Certainly, when you're the main event of a pay-per-view, your PR responsibilities is a lot. So they're always typically a little bit behind. So we were waiting. He showed up, boom, mic'd him up, did the interview, and then he literally has to run off to the next one. You don't understand these fighters, these main event fighters. It's kind of like a hamster wheel, if you will. It's just a treadmill of interviews after interviews after interviews. So it's like you finish one, it's just a whirlwind off to the next one. So sadly, Mark Fernandez, no anecdotes.
Speaking of, what did you think of him calling you by Michael every 2 seconds?
Loved it. That's my name.
It was pretty cool.
Michael.
It sounded respectful.
No, it did sound respectful. No, I've had some abuse of people saying, "Oh, you're a Jorge fanboy. Can you take his nutsack out your mouth and realize how great Colby is?" And I'm like, I enjoy Colby, and I after speaking and doing that interview with him, I had a newfound respect for him, believe it or not. And yes, calling me Michael, my real name,
given name.
Most people call me Bisping.
Mick.
Well, Mick from Clitheroe. George, what do you think the chances are that we see a future matchup between the two prospects, Paddy Pimblett and Pat McGroin?
Why would you say that?
Pat McGroin?
There's not an MMA fighter called Pat McGroin.
I'm well aware of that, Callum, but there's no hilarious banter and interactions if I go, I'm not saying that.
It's not really banter, it's just you saying.
Well, Pat McGroin, so what? Ooh.
It says that to me all the time.
Yeah. And how many times have you Pat McGroin?
Well, 0 because I refused, but you begged for it.
Oh,
I'm sipping water, by the way.
This is getting weird. This is getting weird. Anyway, George, well done. Yo, Mike, when you're going to get the Cal in the main event for the title? Anyone want to hear about when Callum met Luke Rockhold's girlfriend at UFC 199?
This didn't happen.
Did you meet Luke Rockhold's girlfriend at UFC 199?
I did not.
Did you corner me at UFC 199?
That was versatile as lighties.
How was it cornering your father?
Pretty nerve-wracking, to be honest. I remember I wanted to call out advice so bad, but I was like, this is not my place.
No, you should have done.
I remember saying, I was watching. Yeah, sorry.
You're talking.
Yeah. It's towards you. I was like, I was noticing the leg kicks were working really well. I really wanted to say, do more leg kicks. But then I realized I'm 15 and I'm sat on a bucket of ice instead of a chair. So
why were you sat on a bucket?
There was no chair for me, so they had me carry the bucket of ice, and that was my seat.
Did you turn the bucket upside down?
My arse was soaked.
Oh,
because the ice would fall out.
Did you sit in the ice?
I did. I was also 15, incredibly nervous, so
You've never told me this before.
Yeah, I didn't want to call attention.
I tell you what happened was, and that was the only time he cornered me. And you wanted to do it again, didn't you? But I said to him, I said, I'm sorry, son. I said, we can't do do it. I said, because, you know, when you're walking into the octagon, you hug your cornerman and stuff. And when I hugged Callum, you know, he's my son, he's my firstborn. And so I got a little emotional. I started crying. And so I said, next time, I said, I'm sorry, son, I got far too emotional.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. I can't help it. Colby disrespected Drake, the rapper, in the post-fight press conference by saying you bet on Jorge, and now you go back to your shitty albums and rap.
His albums are pretty mid.
You don't like pretty mid?
Yeah.
Callum uses a lot of these terms.
They're pretty mid.
Well, what is mid? Like just like middle of the road?
6 out of 10.
Six,
you know what I mean?
Well, that's above average.
Can we get a poll of what's better, Donda or Certified Lover Boy? What do you like more?
I don't know either of them. Sangboy, Dangdoy, Lum Child.
Oh, I can't say that.
No, he's one of the usuals. So, Callum.
Yes.
Callum. Anyone got any questions for Ant? Ant, put a poll up. I don't know
questions
for
for
Callum.
Ant.
No, for Callum. I mean, we need some questions. We got the young.
Can we get
Bisping.
the live chat? Click on the blue there.
Yeah, there's lots of live chat going on.
I just want to see what they're saying live. You know.
All right. What car did you get for Callum?
Honda Civic EX 2015.
Oh,
It's actually really good.
But I said I was going to get him a new one, didn't I?
I feel bad.
Why do you feel bad?
Because I'm fine with the car I have. It's also many dents in it. I do play. I just bought a Rogue. Right, I bought Elden Ring last week.
Oh, is that new one?
You guys were promoting it on the event.
Yeah. Is it good? Because it looks amazing.
It's really good. I'm only like an hour or so in, but it's actually really good. I just don't really have time to play games like that anymore.
Why did I give my son a Scottish name?
It's not Scottish.
It's not Scottish. Callum.
Or
as Americans say, Caleb. Callum. I would not call him Caleb.
Ridiculous.
Please get it correct.
Callum.
It might be a Scottish name. My mum thinks it's Irish. It's not Irish either.
I want to trust Nan's. She thought Shireen was a British name.
Leave my mum alone. Yeah, Shireen. My mum thinks Shireen is an Irish name as well. Shireen is a Persian name. You know what I mean? Yeah. So my mum gets her regions of names a little mixed up. Shane Warne, mate.
Over GF.
It's a shame about Shane Warne, isn't it? He's a cricket legend. If you don't know who he is, do you know who that is, Cal? Australian cricket legend.
I think I did hear about it. I think
very sadly passed away. I think he was only 52.
Yeah, I got my guys talking about it.
Yeah, 52 years old. So sad, and it worries me. You know what I mean? Because my father had a lot of heart disease. He actually had a quintuplet, they call it, quintuplet heart bypass, and lots of heart issues. My granddad also, so they want me to get checked out. I've got to go for a plaque test, but haven't got round to it yet.
So that's fight of the year so far.
All right, want to see Mike versus Callum, best of 5 takedowns for a car of Callum's choice.
Yeah, let's do it.
Do you reckon you could beat me in an arm wrestling match?
That's not real strength, is it?
Well, no, but just...
Again, he doesn't know about real strength. It's all just, for show muscles. He can't deadlift a squat. I press.
I can.
Not anymore, fake knees.
Very much so. Do you want an arm wrestle right here?
But that's not real strength, is it?
Left arm.
I tore my tricep. You see the scar there? So no.
Listen to the excuses.
There's not an excuse. Ever since I tore my tricep, I can't arm wrestle. I'm just so in that motion. It's big though, isn't it?
What arm is that?
Right.
Well, let's do your left.
Yeah, but you're left-handed.
So what? Let's go, baby.
Let's do it. I'm not doing it. It's your dominant versus my left hand.
My left hand is pretty dominant. So I had to come in left hook Larry. And guess who
How'd you get the power from the left?
Right hook Rebecca.
Why is she right hook Rebecca?
Because I'm left hook Larry. She's right hook Rebecca.
Did she hit you with the right hook?
No, but someone said it on the live once and I thought it was very funny. I don't have a question. Just want to say I've been a massive fan of yours for many years. Your mindset and persistence is very inspiring. Lots of love from Australia. Oh, well, thank you very much. That's very, very kind.
Wish I showered before this. I feel like I look...
Right. Want to see Mike versus Callum best 5 takedowns more than McGregor's title shot. Is that Rebecca out there? No. Floating. We've got the in-law staying with us. Should we go down the chat and see what's here, Cal?
Yeah. Just click on the blue so I see it live.
All right. Can you shout out my 1-year-old future champ? I can.
What's the name?
I know. Sometimes in the chat they're a little silly. They forget.
I'll shout them out.
Callum looks like Otto Walling.
Is that good or bad?
I don't know. Who's Otto Walling? The operation caused the most pain for you. My eyes. Oh, no, my knee replacement. No.
A question for me.
Callum.
As this assuming he means son of a former fighter, how do you feel about Colby dragging family as he goes, I don't really care. Do whatever you want. I mean, no one's ever dragged me. You know what I mean? So
No. But what he's saying is like, so
fighters attacking.
Colby Covington was talking about him, Mas Vidal's ex-wife.
Yeah.
Colby was calling Mas Vidal a bad father.
Yeah.
So if, let's just say someone was saying that about me, not talking about my fathering skills, but how would that make you feel? Do you think it's off the table?
I mean, it's definitely, you know, not proper. You know, you shouldn't do that just as a man, as a person. But if someone attacked me getting at you, like, I don't think I would care, because I know it's about promotion. You know, I know they don't know me.
Yeah.
So
Jen Khan says wide neck Chad Bisping. Who's got the wider neck?
Me, I'm a bit of a Chad.
Hold on. Who's got the wider neck? Tense your neck, bro. You've got a big neck,
Yeah,
Cal.
dude.
Look at that neck. Jeez Louise. Look at that. That's a big neck. Jeez Louise. All right, okay.
Oh, just choked me live on air.
What do you think about these immediate rematches happening all the time?
Are they happening all the time?
I don't know. Are they happening all the time?
I feel like the only egregious one I could think of was Mas Vidal and Usman 2.
Yep.
That's the only egregious one I could think of.
Yeah,
so
I agree. Callum, as soon as we did that one, go down the bottom of the chat.
Free chat.
Callum,
tree trunk.
Callum the Machine Bisping. So, what do you think about your dad being the worst, most biased commentator?
He's just super biased, aren't you? Why are you so biased? Why do you just love Adesanya like that?
Why am I so biased, Cal?
I don't know. You tell me.
Nah, I know. Bisping, you're an awesome
Twitter
guy.
hates you.
Twitter hates me. They do. Do you believe in Sasquatch and Dogman?
Dogman. I love Dogman.
What is Dogman?
Just love Dogman.
Just want to say I've been a massive fan of yours for years.
What's Callum's IQ?
What is your IQ?
Let's get a poll. What do we think my IQ is?
Oh, let's get a poll. Yeah, no.
Or who has the higher, me or...
What can we do a poll? We need a fun poll. We need Callum.
Can't force a poll.
I know what we do force polls. We tell Anti's there, man. That's his job, to do polls.
What is Callum's height?
We literally force polls.
Hang on. Penny Orfula's question. If you go down, super chat.
What is Callum's height and reach UFC weight class?
Well, I'm not in UFC, so I don't really have a UFC weight class, but probably 185 if I did fight. 6'2", maybe.
All right. Listen, put a poll up on, because I've got a serious question. So, Callum, as you've heard, potentially will fight one day. I said, when you fight, number one, I have to be your coach. You know that, right?
I didn't know that.
You can get fucked if you think. And I'm managing and coaching.
Right.
That's a fact. I told him, though, that he should be Callum the Count Bisping, right? Keep it in the family. And he's like, no way. No way.
33 major things making me not want to fight.
That's not nice.
Sorry.
That's not nice.
It's for the banter for the chats.
It's not banter for the chat. You're breaking my heart here. So,
it's banter for the chat.
Put a poll up. Should it be A, Callum the Count Bisping, B, no, C, let him make his own mind?
Callum the Count, or B, literally anything else?
Yeah, it should be Callum the Count Bisping. I think people would get a big kick out
of
that.
When Randy Couture's son fight, was he also the natural?
No, but he's not a Count. We are technically Counts from Poland. We are. We have that title.
I know.
You're Callum the Count, motherfucker.
Let me be my own man.
No. I need a throwback, a homage to me.
Try to live vicariously through me.
Gotta make it about me.
Question from
put the poll up. Fight Club
here.
Will we ever see Callum at UFC events media? Maybe that's from Fight Club. Give Fight Club a follow on Instagram.
We actually might. We have some stuff in the works. You know, might be going to events to work them. We'll see.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Fingers crossed. Ken and Swain. Hey, Mike. Just want to say thank you for being a great inspiration for us in the Northwest. We don't have many heroes, but you are love. But you are here. Love from Blackburn. Well, thank you, Kieran O'Kennan. Big shout out to Blackburn. Used to go there all the time. Obviously, just down the road from Clitheroe, where I live. And you're right. You know, it is a tough part of the world. You know what I mean? There's not too much opportunity around the northwest of England. And thank you for the kind words.
Would you say the north of England produces better fighters than the south? You would say. I feel like they do.
Well, just right now, there's more fighters from the north that are representing Britain, but not necessarily. Not necessarily. It just seems that as of right now, it's
more prominent.
Right now, it seems like that. And if you wanted to be an idiot and say, "Oh well,
we're tougher,"
because the Northerners are tougher and it's a bunch of nonsense and softies down south. It's not true. Yeah. It is not true at all, but we can go with that. So, serious question. Callum's MMA nickname should be. And so far, we've only got 382 votes.
70%.
70%. 70%.
70% is not original.
70% though, Cal. That's a big, overwhelming percentage, and it's going to get higher.
Fortunately,
It's gonna get higher.
I really value the poll.
Well, this is not just a poll. This is
Callum, son of UFC champ Michael Bisping. I like that one.
Callum,
the
the
son
of UFC champ Bisping. Bisping.
Have you commentated? That's a good nickname.
Callum, have you commentated?
I have a question for you. If I fought in a UFC, let's say, would you be able to commentate one of my fights?
Oh, would I be able to commentate one of your fights? No. No, you would see biased commentary.
Yeah,
100%. That is the only time you'd see biased commentary from me.
Yeah,
if my son was in there. See, the problem is I won't, because I'm going to be your head coach. There is not a single man on this planet that has as much experience as me. I, at one point, had the most fights, the most wins in the UFC, in the history of the UFC. So who are you going to get? Some little slapdick dickhead.
That's someone at a UFC gym.
No, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm the man. I'm the coach. I'm the manager.
He is the man.
I had the lowest heart rate. I had the best. I had the highest output. I have the experience.
No one asks you any of this.
No, but we can bring some other people on. We were bringing a jiu-jitsu coach. We're bringing a wrestling
He's
coach.
going to get his whole team out. We have Jason Perillo here. We have.
Well, you do great with Jason Perillo.
I would.
You would. Anyway, Callum the Count Jr. There you go. That's
the
it.
British Dan Henderson. I don't really like the ring of that one.
No. Callum the Milkman. You're a shade of milk bottle right now.
Tanner than you. Look at yours.
You're not tanner than me. Who's got the best tan? No way. I don't have a tan.
Fun fact about my dad is when he used to live in England, he used to get spray tans before his fight. Fun fact for you.
You're a prick. I never got a spray tan, but I did go on a sunbed.
Give cancer.
Oh my God, you're a little prick. Should Callum be managed by his old man? Yes, the experience alone at 80.
Signed with Ali.
Signed with Ali. Oh,
Abdelaziz.
that's funny. That's funny. That's a good one, Ant. Ali would be good. Audie would be good. You know, we're going to pull from different people. That's funny. Let's have a look. I remember Bisping wanted that Nick Diaz fight. Diaz subs you in 2. Ooh, does he? Ooh.
What do you think of that? You upset?
Oh my God. Some random stranger said that Nick Diaz will
No, it's not straight. It's Tito Perez.
Whoa. Tito Perez on the live chat? Yeah. Wow.
Thanks for the $5, by the way.
Yeah. Cheers, bro. At what weight would Callum fight at? That would be 185. Although, just saying, wrestles at 197.
No, I gotta say, the weight cut wasn't that bad near the end.
But it's not good. You got to exercise more discipline.
The way it was easy.
You would fight it. I think you would fight at 205.
No, I don't think I would.
I think you would. You would fight at 205
because I was in pretty good shape and I'm walking around like near 200. And then I can cut 15 from that.
You have to get to about 198 and then cut.
I said 200. You say 198. 2 pound difference. Good one.
As long as I got on the plane for a fight and I was 200 pounds, I was happy.
That's some pretty. My friend got a video of me cutting waves. Some pretty terrible stuff on my phone.
Yeah. Hey, basically, how do you feel fighting in Brazil? All my filthy animals, respect, champ. Best UFC story of all time. Callum, have you seen my documentary? How do I feel about fighting in Brazil? Loved it. I always loved traveling the world and fighting. I mean, Callum's done that wrestling. Where have you been to? You went to?
I've been to Colorado. I've been to Montana.
No, you went to Romania.
Romania, I'm joking. Romania, England, all over the US,
and many others to come. You know, that's one of the great things as being an athlete or a fighter. You get to travel and see new places. I never understand fighters that don't want to do that. Fighters that, but listen, there's convenience to it, but it's very cool to jump on a plane with your team and go to the other side of the world and see these different places. Callum, the Nigerian nightmare Bisping.
Same skin tone.
Yeah. You could hardly tell. You and Kamaru Usman, I mean, you put on a leopard split.
We look alike.
You look alike, bro.
Actually, both wrestled D2.
You've got the same hairline as Kamaru Usman.
A little bit better.
I don't know. I mean,
is he bald?
He's bald as a coot.
As a what?
But that's an expression.
Okay.
Got to get back in JW's.
Actually, I want to, speaking of Kamaru Usman, shout out to UNK University. That's a university he went to, doing very good at regionals.
Who?
Kamaru Usman. UNK, University of Nebraska Kearney. Very good wrestling team. Shout out.
Shout out to
That's
them.
it.
I have no. What language are you speaking right now with this wrestling nonsense?
The grind.
The
The
grind.
grind culture.
Please wish Matthew Garcia a happy 21st birthday from Lacey and Dad. Well, Matthew Garcia, happy birthday. Many happy returns. Big 21 from Lacey and Dad. There you go. They love you dearly. Hope you have a great day. Callum, say happy birthday.
Happy birthday from Lacey and Dad. I'll actually be 21 in April, so I
Yeah.
hope I get a shout out from the big man.
All right, Callum, Fight Club want to know,
Right.
would you shit talk your opponents or would you go the humble, quiet route?
I think I would. I think I would shit talk.
Would you?
I think I would.
You would shit talk.
Because I always imagine in my head what I would say if I had a fight. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
do you really?
Yeah.
So let's just say you're fighting me.
Well, it would depend on what you would say.
Well, I would say this. I said, look, listen, you know, you little milk bottle looking prick. You got no hairline. Do you know what I mean?
It's getting a bit too close to home now. It's just my dad is saying everything.
Yeah. You
all
don't
his-
have a
all his
little
grievances.
prick. You're getting out of bed at 11 o'clock every day. You're not on a holiday camp. This is a fight camp. You would
He
say.
says this every day.
He gets out of bed at 11 o'clock. I'm like, no. Is this, and put a poll up. Is this bad? Right?
Well, some context is that I woke up 7 a.m. for appointments twice in a row. I've been going to the gym every single day. I just got out of wrestling season. We had 2 practices. I don't know what that was.
Yeah, no.
2 practices per day. Finally have a week off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well,
It's not a military operation, is it?
It's not a military operation, but when you come back here, you're also not on a holiday.
No, I'm not acting like a holiday. I was doing homework yesterday.
I'm trying to build a regime. I'm trying to build.
Oh, who else built a regime?
I'm trying to build a routine for you. I'm trying to teach you. You know,
I'm 20. I'm not 10.
Well, get out of fucking bed.
I was going to just be downstairs doing nothing.
Oh, you don't care. You're not lying in bed all day. Not on my watch. No.
The light go off in the back.
No, it didn't. I just changed it. That's why I did that with my hand because we were looking like Simpsons characters. We got some chit chats. Your son should be trained by CM Punk and managed by Chael.
Yeah, I'll take Chael.
Oh dear. Please wish we did that one. Let's go down the bottom of the chit chat. Can you shout out my son Peyton Anderson Clifford, future Scottish champ? All right, well done to you. Shout out Peyton. Bisping moved to America and raised a wrestler. Really forgot his roots. You know what?
How's that forgetting roots?
How is that forgetting roots? Yeah,
it's not.
It's not.
I don't understand.
I don't understand it either. Mike, stop ducking me and let's run our jiu-jitsu match. Okay, Joshua. Do you make the distinction between cheating in the cage and outside of it with regards to Tim Elliott? How come glove grabs, eye pokes, knees to a grounded opponent is a compliment versus PEDs? Shut up.
Compliment?
It's not a compliment. It's not a compliment.
At all.
He was grabbing the glove. I was like, the referee, it's not the biggest foul in the world. He grabbed the glove.
You're allowed to cheat a little bit. You game the system.
Oh, he grabbed the glove. That's a fucking far cry from taking steroids, buddy.
A little bit different.
And if you can't see the difference, then I don't know what to tell you. Quinn says, lovely seeing you both together. I hope recovery is going well. Training him, I understand, but managing, you could be a bit overprotective.
That's what I mean. You're like a tiger parent, a helicopter parent.
Oh, my God, Jesus. Leave me alone, everyone. Is getting out of bed 11 a.m. a big deal? Yes, tell the kid, Mike. Nah, growing lads need rest. At 58%.
I need my rest.
Rebecca! Answer some questions. Then we'll get Rebecca in. This will be funny.
Hilarity will ensue.
Yeah, answer some of the questions.
I am.
Oh, she's not here. She's taking Lucas to the dentist. All right. We've been going for a while here, an hour and 15 minutes, so we'll wrap it up somewhat soon.
Shout out to Cassie from Luis Rivera.
No, well. Cute. All right. Callum Countless Bisping.
Actually, the absence of a count.
The countless. Do you think, how does it feel being a father and having a better hairline? How does it feel being a son?
My hair's way better. He just puts he has the 5th grader haircut with the gel.
I don't have 5th grader haircut. What are you talking about? Callum, you've got no hair. That's going to go.
You put your gel in. Oh, spiky hair. It's like 5th grade picture day.
What do you mean spiky
It's like
hair?
your mummy did your hair.
There's nothing spiky about my hair at all.
I'll go without gel. He freaks out.
I put gel in my hair because my hair without gel, right? It all goes like an 80s perm.
Yeah, it's awful.
It really does. It goes like an 80s perm. Next time I come on without any gelling, you'll see. Francis the Rock Ngannou. Thank you, Francis. Michael, close fight between you and Colby. How close would it be, Cal, if we were to fight?
I don't know. I mean, no need. Neither of us have knees anyway, so.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was
He
going
had
to say
his-
you have no knees. I also have no
He
knees
had his
right now.
meniscus removed.
No meniscus, her ACL, her LCL, torn tricep.
He tore his tricep, and Dr. Mora, the great Dr.
Shout
Mora,
out.
shout out Dr. Mora, give him a follow on YouTube and Instagram and stuff. Callum did this wrestling camp called J-Rob. Tell the story, Cal.
Yeah, so I hurt my tricep at a wrestling tournament, and it was mostly mum.
No, but
I tore my tricep at the
you
tournament.
tore it at a tournament. Go on.
But then I had the J-Rob the next week at wrestling camp. It's probably the hardest wrestling camp you can go to. It's a 2-week intensive camp. They actually weight check you every day to make sure you're not losing too much. But I said to mum, I was like, Mum, my arm hurts really bad. I need an MRI. She's like, oh, you're fine. Just go to this camp. It'll heal. I'm like, Mum, it's not going to heal. I know it's majorly wrong. So I go to this camp.
Which, by the way, as he said, known as the toughest wrestling camp that you can go to.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't finish it, do they?
I'd say half the people left halfway, well, before halfway. And yeah, it was hell, I would say. It was horrible.
Yeah.
Wrestling without a tricep.
So he did this camp for 2 weeks, and then he didn't know what was wrong with him. And then Dr. Mora took a look at it. And what had happened, the tricep had tore off the shoulder
yeah,
scar.
right there, you got the scar.
The tricep had tore off the bone completely, and then like all gathered.
Like swooped down in the elbow.
It was all way up at the top of the shoulder. So he said he had
down at the elbow.
He had to pull it up there. So then but it had all stuck there. So he had to get his foot up on the thing. It was like to pull the tricep back up to reattach it. So it was actually a very, very serious injury.
I still feel it every day.
Do you really?
Yeah.
So
I'm so tough.
Is that your excuse?
I don't say anything about excuses.
Callum, are you intoxicated?
I'm not intoxicated. I don't drink.
You're a liar. You're a liar.
As much as you would think.
Can you talk about my brother, Frankie Coy? Frankie Coy?
I thought that was a setup. I don't think it is.
I did.
Frankie Coy.
It's got to be a setup.
It's not. I don't think it is.
Might give me your MMA prediction about Connor's movement since he has a fancy metal in his leg. Will he be okay? I'm excited for his return. Cal?
I don't really know. I mean, what was wrong with him? Was it his ankle or Achilles?
He's got a titanium shin bone.
His foot was a balloon.
Foot was a balloon. He's got a titanium shin bone. He'll be fine with that. I mean, listen, that's not an issue at all. But he wasn't on the best form already, right? He lost to Dustin twice. Call it what you will. Yeah, he snapped his leg, but he was getting the shit kicked out of him first. Lost to Dustin twice, beat Donald Cerrone. Before that, lost to Khabib. You know, there's no shame losing to these guys. They're like guys at the top of the food chain. But, you know, he's losing. He's losing. And now he's had a year out.
He's lost the mystique he had for sure. There's not that aura about him, you know, prior to the losses.
And I think it's fair to say that at 145, his punches were flatlining people. At 155, they're not.
I disagree. He has power. I mean, tremendous power.
Who's he?
Well, Eddie Alvarez. I mean, to win the title.
And that was fantastic. That was Pete Connor 6 years ago, 2016.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Things have diminished. Time has moved on. Maybe he can come back and do it.
I think it's more so he would lose to them anyway. I don't think that the punching power diminishing I think it was going to lose regardless of the punching power.
Mark, we want to know more about you and Hamza in the future. You spoke briefly about his and Till's exchanges, but please get us details. So, and put a poll up. Block Asset, who are with Darren Till, that I'm a partner in, that do these beautiful NFTs that you see there. Block Asset. They have reached out to me. They're going to have Darren Till and Hamzat together on the podcast. So do we want it on the podcast, Believe You Me, or do we want it on the YouTube channel? So we can bring them onto a live like this and share the screen, and you guys can actually ask them questions. Would you want to do that, or should I just do an interview with them on Believe You Me?
As a follow-up, why not both?
Well, because they're not slaves to me. Do you know what I mean? But do put a poll up on that, Anne. Hell yeah, I'm the Clit Hero champ. YouTube for sure. People say, have you played UFC 4, Callum?
I played it with my roommates in San Francisco. It's a good time.
Yeah.
It's not a bad game.
All right, well, listen, we've been going for a while. We're going to call this quits in a minute.
Hour 18.
Mike. Oh, yeah, no, we just did that one. So, Callum, do you like doing the live?
Yeah, I do.
Will you come and do this with me again?
Do it again tomorrow if you want.
Oh, tomorrow's a bit soon.
Make that content.
We're not doing lives every day.
Why not?
Because we don't do that. That's not what we do. And we're going to see the hunting show with me and Anthony Smith. What do I think about hunting? Callum?
I personally, from a moral perspective, extremely disagree with the practice of hunting. I understand you need to hunt to eat. If you eat what you kill, that's fine. If you're hunting for game and sport, hunting endangered species, then I disagree entirely. And I know you feel the same way.
Well, hunting is a way of life for some people. And if you eat what you kill, then I don't really have an issue with it. But yeah, I just killing a beautiful creature for fun, I think it's a bit messed up.
Just morally and very reprehensible, I feel.
And I know a lot of people feel differently, and a lot of people do hunt and things like that. And my son Lucas, he's dying to go hunting.
Yeah.
He is. And he loves animals. He loves animals, but he says, I just want to hunt invasive species, Dad. But that invasive species, whatever it is, let's say it's a type of deer. That invasive species deer doesn't know it's an invasive species. It's just living his life.
It's not like I'm a parasite. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So the moral dilemma still stays the same. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And put this up, Anne. Put this up as a poll. Let's see.
Get off. To it.
Don't touch the mouse, Callum.
See what they're saying.
Do we want Till Hamza? Interview with Mike. Live so fans can ask questions. 58%. All right, well, we'll make it happen. Here's one here quickly. Why do people think that Izzy's a great striker? We did that one. No. And put a poll up on this. And thank you very much for the interactions on the poll. And Anthony Evans, good job on that. How many people on here could say a beautiful beast, a deer, right? From a distance. It's a beautiful morning. You got the mist. It's a great day, right? You're out and about. There's birds chirping.
Imagine the movie Bambi at the beginning.
You look through the sights. There's a deer.
The animal thinks you're a friend.
It's on the floor.
It's going to nibble the gun.
It's just it's nibbling away at the grass. It's got a little baby deer in the background. Who could do that? Get it in its cross size and just not point fucking blank. Stop it! You're ruining the story.
Adding details.
You're not adding details. We're not point. Stop. Get off.
See the live. See the
we're going to do that in a minute. We're going to do that in a minute.
Trolling.
From a distance, that's what makes it extra pussified. It's not point blank. That's the whole point of having a rifle.
I just want to make it sound more horrific.
No,
obviously, that's not happening.
Who could hide from a distance through the thing and go and just kill an innocent animal's life? I don't think I could. Could you?
I couldn't.
And put a poll up, please. I want to know. Could you people do that? And am I being a pussy? Am I far too pussified? Am I...
Yeah, I'm fired from YouTube.
Callum's fired from YouTube. What do you think about Jack Shore? Is he a legitimate future contender? Yes. Also, take Callum for a few drinks at North Court Hotel near Clitheroe. North Court Manor, beautiful place. Jack Shore is going to do big things. He's definitely the Welsh George St. Pierre. I expect a very, very bright future.
It's a very large shoes to fill.
Yeah, but he is good. Do you know Jack Shore?
I've heard it. I don't think I've seen him fight, but I've seen him fight once. But
oh, he's great. He's fantastic. Yeah. He really is. He really is. We'll go back to the poll. So far, 500 votes. Would you shoot an animal for shits and giggles? Yes, 25%. No, 75%. But that's good.
Great morals here.
Well, yeah, the Michael Bisping YouTube channel is known for its moral integrity.
Any Wild Monroe stories?
Yeah, I do. There should be a reason to kill it. Correct. At one point, I couldn't possibly harm an animal. Now I would hunt for food because the cattle and livestock industry is horrific. It's true. The cattle and livestock industry is horrific.
How is that the solution? Killing them yourself. That's not the solution.
Well, it's not supporting the animal and livestock, and animals get killed anyway. So if you're going to kill it and eat it, at least you're killing it for a reason. You're not killing it for fun. You're not killing it for sport. You're not killing it to satisfy some sick need in your mind. You're sustaining your ability to live.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Silver's a steroid cheat. Correct. Bang, bang, chitty, chitty, bang, bang. All right. So do I watch Mojahad, the animations? I do. Callum, we're going to sign off on this. We've been going for an hour and a half almost.
Right.
Just give me an anecdote. Give the people an anecdote.
Tell me a story. Be entertaining.
What's the best thing what's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done?
It's a lot. There's so much out there. It's impossible to It's not a big deal, but this will always stick out in my mind for some reason. It always bothered me, and I don't know why.
Go on,
it always
go on.
has. I won CIF, right? Super close match in the finals. My dad's there. I get my hand raised. I was like, Callum, go back to the middle. Get the ref to raise your hand again. I'm like, Dad, stop. I'm not doing that. He's like, Callum, do it right now. Otherwise, we're leaving.
I never said that.
Or you said something like, Callum, do it. And you get me to get my hand raised again.
Listen,
it was embarrassing.
He's just won a wrestling tournament. Okay. CIF, it's a big deal, right, Cal? Yeah. So when he gets his hand raised, I wasn't ready with the camera. I said, can you just raise his hand?
You just don't do that. It's so embarrassing in front of everyone.
I said, can you just raise his hand one more time? I just want to get the picture.
Then we argued about it for a minute. And
the referee was not bothered.
I was bothered.
Well, don't be bothered.
I was.
I'm a proud father. You know what
We're
I mean? Chad and Mike are clearly just a bunch of liberal pansies that know nothing about hunting. JK, love you, champ.
The JK makes it fine.
It does.
You can say whatever and then say
yeah, he's like I said, with all this.
He doesn't actually mean it.
No disrespect, but you're a dickhead.
He said no disrespect.
I said no disrespect, so it's fine. But he says, JK, love you, champ. Hunting is genuinely great. I bet it is. But I just
found Sean Strickland's burner.
I can't even kill insects.
Me neither.
I don't kill insects.
I'm the same way. I hate people that just kill insects for fun. It bothers me.
If there's something, I'll get a piece of paper, I get it up and I take it outside and I put it outside. Do you know what I mean?
And the women will kill insects without.
Rebecca does.
My girlfriend does too.
She just stamps on it. Heartless, cold.
Women.
Can't
stand them.
What are you gonna do? Oh. Well, what would you have done? What?
Oh, gee.
Would you have done what Kane did?
Deep question.
Well,
I say it was me.
Yeah, I would. I don't know if I would have necessarily shot him, but I probably would have beat him to death. Or maybe not death, but I would have put him in hospital for a long, long time.
Say Ken Shamrock beat him into the living death?
I'll beat you into a living death. Free Kane t-shirts. Buy them. Support Kane. I've actually ordered 2. Looking forward to them showing up. I'm behind Cain Velasquez. I believe that he was probably going through a moment of temporary insanity. Hopefully his legal team use that as his defense because I think it'll work, you know.
I believe he was denied bail. I believe.
Don't need to believe it. It's true.
Yes.
He was denied bail. All right. How do you prefer your eggs, please? Need to know. Callum, how do you like your eggs?
Big fan of scrambled or over easy?
You don't like scrambled.
What? He always does this. I get asked a question, and he's like, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. You're just 20, an adult, but it's your opinion, but it's the wrong opinion."
No, but you don't.
You have to like it how I like it.
You don't scramble your eggs.
What are you talking about? What do you mean I don't scramble my eggs? You don't live with me.
Yeah, but when you're here, you don't scramble your eggs.
Because I have mum to make food for me. When I'm at home, I make scrambled eggs every single day.
And she does them over medium.
Yeah, but that's how she likes it. She'll do it for me. I like them scrambled.
Well, you're a dickhead.
That's my opinion, isn't it? I think you're a dickhead for over easy or whatever.
Scrambled is
it's an opinion. It's the beauty of an opinion.
Scrambled eggs is like the coward's way of eating eggs.
Opinions are like butts. We all have
How
them.
do we like our eggs? Put the poll up on. We need to know. Free Kane tees, well done, Ant. There's a link there for the Free Kane t-shirts. We're going to support Cain Velasquez in this. I understand you can't be a vigilante, but come on.
Let's get some political questions.
Let's
get controversial.
No, we're not talking politics.
Let's go.
We're not talking politics. Hunting is for cowards. They are grocery stores for food. Jesus Christ, like father, like son. Love it. Could Callum take Colby on the ground? How do you think he'd do?
I think he would mess me up. I'm going to be honest. Wow. He was I believe he was a Pac-12, Pac-10 champion out of Oregon State. And if you know wrestling, that's a very big accomplishment. I'm not sure if he was an All-American. I believe he was. But as much as he can be an idiot, you need to respect the pedigree that he comes from and the pace that he puts on people. So I think you beat me, if I'm honest. He's a very, very good wrestler.
Whoa. Just edit that bit out, guys. What are you saying?
I'm saying if you look at his accomplishments in wrestling,
all right,
they're extremely good.
Conceive, believe, achieve, bro.
Just looking at it objectively.
Yeah, I know, but he's just a man.
Just a man.
He's just a man.
He's a man.
You finish your wrestling career, you get it done, you put a bit of weight on, you formulate a game plan, you do the cardio, you match that. The strength is through the roof. You know, the mindset.
So just take yourself and just change everything about you, and you might have a chance.
Listen. You never
That's
say.
them conceiving, believing,
you
and achieving.
never say another man can beat you.
Extreme hypotheticals.
Especially a smaller man. If that's a 170 count.
A little small guy, isn't he?
Little small,
Tiny little man.
Tiny little small
Imagine
guy.
fighting at 170.
I didn't fight at 170.
Never mind.
And GSP was on steroids.
I think it's a big allegation.
Let's
talk more about that.
I'm joking. Last thing about Chimaev, if somehow, some way Chimaev would train with Khabib and Islam over at ATA, I think you mean AKA, would that fix his tiny loose ends?
I don't think that would make any sense at all because his pedigree is already grappling. That's a grappling-based gym.
And he hasn't shown any loose ends.
What's his loose ends?
What's his loose ends?
Who's hit him?
No one's hit him. No one's hit him yet. And he's shown a well-rounded threat. So I understand your question and thank you for it.
Respectfully.
But respectfully, this has been my favorite live vid. Cal, you've been immensely entertaining and honest as a counter voice to Mikey B. Many props, young man.
Thank you, J-Storm. And if my dad was a fair man, he would give me that $10 donation because it was about me.
Well, unlucky Kentucky. You're going to pay the bills. You know these bills don't pay themselves, Cal.
Really? I thought they just magically get paid for.
That water that you're drinking comes out of a tap that I have to pay for. The gas in the car.
He does this a lot.
Gas in the car. I have to, things aren't free.
Did you know that you have to work to make money?
I know, but this is the thing. My wife, she doesn't instill these kind of.
What are you talking about?
Values. She doesn't.
Oh man, I hate my wife.
No, I'm not saying I hate my I'm not saying I hate my wife. Oh, women.
Oh, women, am I right, guys? That's
right?
my least favorite thing about women.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is my wife likes to bloody. And listen, I tell.
I have values. You're attacking me at the same time.
I'm telling you. She says, Ellie, my daughter Ellie, she can't do a normal job. She can't do a normal job. Simple as that. She couldn't do a 9 to 5. I'm like, if you think that, that's amazing, but you don't say that to them.
What conspiracies do we both believe in and why?
Well,
is the Earth flat?
No, it's not. Did we?
You know who believes that it is flat?
Eddie Bravo.
Mark Hunt as well.
Oh well. Did we fake the moon landing?
When I was younger, when I was in like 10th grade, I did believe in some of these. Then my brain developed and I got critical thinking skills. And I realized that if you're above the age of 15 and believe in these conspiracies, that you're probably an idiot. So what we're saying is that anybody that believes in these conspiracies... Well, no, but now I'm going to sound like a government shill. Oh, God. You know what I mean? They can't win. Why would they fake the moon landing? To get ahead of Russia. Yeah. In the space race. But don't you think... And they also... Here's another thing. They say that in the 60s, the computers weren't strong enough. But here's what I say. They're sending rockets to fucking Mars. If they can get people are going to Mars. People are going to Mars, yeah. If they can send people to Mars, they can get them to the moon. You know what I mean? Spencer sent a monkey to space as well. Right. For facts. All right. Okay. On the blue, I want to see the live. Oh, you want to see the live? Callum adjusting his top to try and look. No, it's like it doesn't fit. He does it all the time. He does it all the time. What he does this. I used to walk around like this. He does that all the time. Not anymore because I realize that's bad fashion. I don't know why you do that. I would have showered and whatnot. I knew I was going to do this. I feel like I look very unkempt. Yeah, well, I'm starving now. Oh, no one cares. Where should we go for dinner tonight, Cal? I don't know. We can't stop Dennis blocking on Earth. I gotta say, it was an extremely funny moment. I'm listening to a podcast on my PC. I think I'm just doing homework or something. I'm listening to an MMA hour with Ariel Helwani, and I get mentioned out of nowhere. Really? Yeah. By Dildo Dennis. Dildo Dennis. You know what he says? What did he say? Because Helwani mentioned you. I forget in what capacity, but context. Capacities, the synonyms actually. Fun facts. Okay. And I'm doing. That's that college education I'm paying for. I'm doing my homework or something, and he says, "Yeah, you know." Into the microphone. Just to get me somehow. He says, "You know, Michael Bisping, his son Callum, he's in my DMs all the time. I'm his favorite fighter. He always messages me." I shout to my roommates. I'm like, "Have you heard this? They're talking about me." It was I tweeted at him. I got a lot of tweets. So why are you DMing Dylan Dennis? I'm not actually. Don't lie. You've been called out. He's exposed you. As Colby would say, fake news. Fake news, bro. Fake news. Fake news, fake press. I might what between you and Lewis. Who cares?
Old news, bro. Old news. Into the microphone. Callum is yoked. Have you heard of the new upcoming fighter 9-0 in the strawweight?
I've seen this 5 times.
Wilma Dickfit. Rebecca, come here.
Don't ask her that.
Rebecca, come here. No, I'm not asking her that.
Into the mic.
That's fine. Mike would be a great Kano in.
We're
Come
living
over
it.
here, babe. Come and join in. What have you got? We're live, Lucas. Don't be. Come in the mid, babe. Just come in the middle a minute.
You don't have to.
Perch. Come in the middle and perch. And we'll read out some. Rebecca's here now as well. Look at the whole. You're here.
Well, you're not sitting down properly. Just
Go
saying
forward
hello
a
for
touch.
second.
Neither of you going to offer your chair for me. That's rude.
Say hi to everyone, Rebecca. Crouch
Hi.
down. Crouch down.
Sorry.
So,
Hello.
Why'd you say that?
Hello.
Sound like Nan.
hello there. Hello there. So, this is a lady from the Bisping family. So, we got Rebecca Bisping. How are you doing today, Rebecca?
Why are you talking in Irish?
I don't
accent?
know.
I'm doing very well. How are you?
Hey, Callum has been over there. How you doing, Callum?
Great.
You guys have been going
It
for
is.
ages.
We've been going for a while. Callum, who wins in a fight, babe? Me or Callum?
You.
Who wins in a wrestling match? Me or Callum?
Callum.
Yeah.
Who wins in an eating contest?
Me.
Callum.
Who wins in a hairstyle contest? What is going on with his hairline,
Well,
babe?
I've said like 5
Okay.
times. I came very unkempt for
Okay.
this. I didn't shower. I didn't get ready.
He doesn't like it when I touch his hair.
What are you
but-
doing?
Into the microphone,
20.
babe.
He always does that. That's how he gets
So-
it.
I know. You're annoying.
But what's going on with it? Listen,
What do you think?
we
of
had
that?
a
So-
poll. We had a poll earlier, babe, and people think that Callum's hairline matches the
Speaking of hair, I have a
milkman's.
point to say that
Well,
Dad's
that's
hair and
such a-
hairstyle reminds me of a 5th grader on picture day. That he needs his spiky hair
Oh,
gel.
this mum did all nice.
It's all
for
nice
the
and neat, it's all, yeah,
pictures. They do a bit
perfect.
too neat sometimes.
I don't do it too neat.
Do.
My style's my style.
We need to get to these super chats.
Yeah, pretty slow coming. Ha ha.
Find yourself in Texas and have to live.
If Rebecca wanted to fight MMA, what gym would you put her in to train?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. What gym would you put me in?
American
Would
top team.
you also be Mum's trainer and manager?
You better be.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would. And she'd allow it. I said to Callum, because Callum said he wants to fight. How? Oh, whoa.
No, you don't.
Do you want Callum to fight mixed martial arts?
No.
What would you say if you said, Mom, I'm going to be a professional UFC fighter?
Well, I would be an adult that can make my own
Well,
decisions.
exactly. I'd
No, but
say
what would your opinion be?
my opinion would be no. That sounds awful. It was bad enough watching you. I can't imagine watching my own son.
Just don't watch.
How? It doesn't work like that, Callum.
Yeah, exactly.
Unfortunately, you can't just hide away from things.
Oh, I do.
have to, you know.
Does Lucas, we got a question for you. People want to know, do you have an English accent? Come here. Now, we got the whole Bisping clan on. Come here, buddy boy. Come over here. Lean
Very
in.
hot in here.
It is. It is.
Hello
I'm actually
there.
sweating.
Hello there. Says, does Lucas have an English accent?
I could sometimes do
Get down, babe.
one.
Go on, do it now.
Hello, mate. How you doing?
That's what he does. He comes downstairs in the morning and he's like, all right, lad, to me. He's like, all right, lad, how's it going? You're right, mate.
It's getting a bit too family oriented. I might have to leave. It's getting a bit too
Is
positive.
it a bit too
Too
happy?
positive.
Yeah, I think I might have to say my
Who would
goodbyes
win
to
in
the
an
live.
MMA fight, Putin or Biden?
Putin does judo.
Putin does judo.
There you go.
Lucas, so Lucas started wrestling last night. How's wrestling going?
Good.
How's it having me
Well,
coach you?
he's
I
been wrestling for a
actually
while.
coach.
You all you said was you actually didn't help me at all.
Oh, that's not very nice.
help
That
the
is
kids
not
that-
nice.
You're so good, you don't need help.
All right.
You helped the other
All right.
kids.
Well, this is the Bisping
You-
family,
yeah.
all apart from Ellie. Ellie failed the driving test again today.
Why would you say that? There's no need for you to say that. There was no need.
Ellie,
There
my
was no need.
daughter
Crying in
failed
her
her
room.
driving test again today.
There's
But
no
listen,
need.
listen. She did a good job. We got a super chat, a beautiful family, good sir. Thank you, Jesse. Oh, Jesse on fire. What's up, Jesse? Give Jesse a follow, everybody.
I'm
if you-
actually in Texas sometimes.
and subscribe to his channel, Jesse on Fire. My mom's from Belfast, but I
Yeah,
grew up
okay,
in the
okay.
States.
I don't
Have
know.
you ever been? I want to be champion one day and rep Northern Ireland. Can I come to Daruga and train this summer? You can't because it's invitation only, and it's not my gym.
I know, but you can just say yes for the sake of the live. He's not actually going to come here.
I'm just letting
Why would
Zion,
Zion be a liar?
Zion D know that I don't have that kind of pull.
Well,
Okay.
you could if you
I have
wanted
been to Belfast many times. Jesse on Fire. Thank you, brother. Hope you well, my friend.
Officially
Callum-
signing out of this.
No, you're
live.
not, because we're leaving in a minute. We've been going for a
Kinda
while.
cringing at the
Lucas,
family
Lucas, say something embarrassing about Callum.
Oh,
Say something funny.
Or about me? Or about me?
He's
Or
having a
mum?
good thing.
Do your little Daisy then.
On Christmas, he
I know
he
this
had a
is big.
night terror where he
Oh, he knows.
ran down the stairs, fell down them, fully naked, ran out to the garden, climbed up onto the wall separating our neighbor's house and our houses, and then just woke up there.
Yeah. But
On Christmas Day, relatives were over.
yeah, but Lucas,
Small children.
listen. I already just told that story last week on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Oh, you did?
The biggest podcast on planet Earth. So it's not embarrassing to me. So, I heard Callum was
He has them a lot.
big head Callum with a high brain cell count.
What does that mean?
Me too, bro. Big head.
It's normal size.
Who's all right, we're done. Do you want to say bye, everyone? Callum, say bye.
Bye.
I need my $50.
Can I plug the social medias?
Plug the social medias.
Follow at Callum Bisping on Instagram. Follow at CowPolKidSF on Twitter.
Yeah.
Donate to San Francisco State Wrestling.
Don't do that.
Why would you say that?
Yeah.
All right,
do
donate.
that.
I
I need
do.
all the money we can get. What else do I have?
Tales from the Octagon, myticket.co.uk. And if you're down under, it is livenation.com.au. Rebecca Bisping, what's your Instagram?
At Rebecca Bisping.
Ooh.
Someone said, would you rather drive with Hamzat or Ellie?
Oh, yeah. See, here's the thing. My daughter will just end on this. It was the second time doing a driving test.
There's no need for this.
Tough shit.
As someone that's had this before,
It started. And she did really good on the second test. But she was doing really good. There's no errors or anything like that. But she zoned out as she was approaching a red light. And she didn't know, and she was going to drive straight through the red light. And the driving instructor had to go, whoa, stop.
No, it was Amber. I
It was
just have
Amber.
to
Whatever.
correct that.
I want to
what do we
rephrase
think
from
of a
before.
solo Callum live? What do these guys think? I get all the money.
A solo.
Callum.
What, hijack
Yeah.
Dad's YouTube channel?
Yeah.
It's not that easy to sit here by yourself and do it by
I
yourself.
bet I could do it easily.
I don't think you can.
I
no.
could. I think I could.
And put a poll up. Do people want to see
I bet I
Callum
could do
doing
it.
a live by himself?
I think it's harder than what you think, Cal.
It's pretty easy right now.
Yeah,
Because
because
you've
we're
got
here.
Dad to bounce off. Trust.
I bet I could do it.
All right. Well, listen, we're signing out. We're going to sign out right now. Right. So listen to me.
Go down to the bottom of the chat real
He
quick.
never does
I
that.
know,
He
I
doesn't.
know.
I want to see the live chats.
Yeah.
He doesn't do it.
Well,
So do
shall
I. I want to.
Is that your daughter? Yes, Ellie's daughter.
Oh my
Not my
God.
daughter.
Lucas is so.
I want to see people's
We can't
reactions.
hear.
to
Lucas is so like me. They say.
Callum, are you
Callum is a unit.
big lad?
Is it weird knowing that? See, this is the thing. It goes too quick. I have to stop it.
But then you don't unlive it.
Do we want to see Callum live? We'll see. We'll see.
That's the live solo.
Leave
Live
that in a
solo.
minute. A live solo on OnlyFans.
Yes.
Start an OnlyFans, Cal.
Shouldn't I? I know you guys will buy it.
Lucas, your pops is a savage. You know that?
We're
Lucas,
not.
Lucas versus Hasbulla.
We're not badminton fans.
Is Callum taller than you?
Yes.
A large margin.
Not a large margin.
Not large.
Not large. Not
Okay.
solo. People saying in the chat here, Lucas. Get Lucas on the tour.
61% yes. What are you talking
A
about?
better storyteller than Mikey B. You're a better storyteller, Lucas. Love
He's
you
a good
guys.
storyteller.
He is.
He
Stream
overexaggerates.
Elden Ring. Y'all should record another session in Ruka. I will do. Large margin. Let's have a look at the poll. Last one. 61% say yes.
Ooh.
10%
Yeah.
say no. 29% say they prefer right hook Rebecca.
When does
Left
the-
hook Larry, right hook Rebecca. Did you know that, babe?
That's terrible.
We're doing t-shirts.
I'm having no part of that.
Right hook Rebecca.
Absolutely. That no.
Callum can do it.
No,
Thank you, George.
I don't like
I'd
it.
rather.
All right. Well,
I do not
greetings.
give my permission.
Ladies and gentlemen, much love. We are over. We are out. We are goodbying.
Much love.
Wow.
Love from Nigeria. Your dad is an absolute savage. It's true. These people are smart,
Savage.
guys.
No one's smarter than
Do one tomorrow, Cal.
YouTube live chat people.
Do
I'll
one.
do one tomorrow.
We're leaving. We're signing out. We're going. Bye.
Over and out.
That took long.